Everyone, I hope it's working now. I've tried putting a new streaming and I tried doing that way. The old one was not working, so I tried doing the new one and I think so it's working now. So just warn you guys, sorry about that. It's we are late today as we started. So I sorry about that guys. I have a good just let's start. I know we have started late now, but let's at least it's working now. I tried my level best. The old streaming was not working, so I started doing the new one for you guys. So I hope all of you are happy now. And then we can get started now. I think so it's working now, so all of you can see us and we can get started. So it's working everywhere now. It's working on Facebook, it's working on YouTube, and it's working on a Mishra's Learning Tuition page. So I will just delete the ones which were they added so many streamings on Facebook. The Facebook would be full of so many streamings today and everybody would be like, what's happening? There were lots and lots of one. So I hope all of you are fine and all of you are enjoying your holidays and doing a lot of things in the holidays. So how would you say about your holidays? Were your holidays happy or were your holidays? I'm just removing. There were so many streamings. Oh my god. My Facebook is full of so many 1 minute streamings. So at least all of you can be live with me today. So the paper as usual is in the description. I'll be quick. So the paper is in the description and you all can see the paper in the description, and I'll start sharing my screen with the paper for you guys, and I can put it a little big. Let me see if I can put the paper a little big for you guys. Or you want it to be a little more big? Let me just do a little more big so you all can have access. I will put the paper in this description also afterwards. This is the new one, so you might not have the paper, but the paper was in the old description, so the paper was there for you all. So let's hide myself and start doing the paper with you all. So let's get started. So it's a private school paper what we are doing today, and it's something all of you struggle in, that's called comprehension. So we would be doing the comprehension. I hope you all have read the comprehension. If you have not, you might not find the comprehension right now. So let's get started with the comprehension, and if you all want to read the comprehension, let me just do my thing which reads the comprehension for you all, so it can read the comprehension for the time being.
Welcome to Gallansby, in the Western Cape of South Africa, the whale-watching capital of the world. Of the 350 southern right whales that complete the epic migration from the Antarctic to South Africa's southern coast, up to 160 make Walker Bay their home from June to December to camp and frolic in the bays. For visitors, it represents the most accessible and astounding land-based viewing as mothers, calves and bulls play and bathe among the protected bays, less than 50 meters from the rocky shoreline. But for those who have dreamed of getting really little alarming, but they appeared entirely untroubled by our close company. 1. Explain in your own words.
It's from here, sorry.
By the time we left the bay and set a course for Dyer Island, the wind had picked up and a sizable swell was leaving one or two passengers a little green around the gills. But any discomfort we felt was quickly forgotten when the first southern light loomed large on the starboard side. Excited cries of whale went up, but from my viewing point, I could see there were actually two enormous dark shadows shifting menacingly beneath the surface. Suddenly, two plumes of water were fired high into air as if to announce their arrival. The V-shaped plume of spray distinguished them from all other whales, explained one of the guides on board. They surfaced to a chorus of gasps. But there, the pair we spent most of our time track. The pair we spent most of our.
Sorry, let me just do that. It's
It is hard to describe the colossal size of these animals. Imagine 6 elephants, then double that and you are just about there. The pair we spent most of our time tracking were some 15 meters long. At first, the realization that they dwarfed our boat was a little alarming, but they appeared entirely untroubled by our close company.
okay. So this was a comprehension, and after the comprehension, it just asks you some of the questions now. And the first question was asked you was explain in your own words what is meant by the epic migration in line 2. So I'll just take to line 2 to you guys because the comprehension is not there for you all, so you can see what is it. So the question we are looking at is number 1, and the question tells us, is asking us explain in your own words what is meant by epic migration. So you have to think about what is meant by epic migration, and they told you it's in line 2. So always go to line 2 and see what the answer is. If you all can tell me the answer about this, it'll be great. And remember, when you do a comprehension, you should always look at your comprehension goes your question, and your questions what they ask you are always from the beginning paragraphs and going towards the end of the paragraphs. So the question what they're asking you is what is meant, explain in your own words what is meant by epic migration. So if you guys know what migration means, migration is like people going from one place to another. So if somebody is going from one place to another, that's basically called migration. So they are asking you what does it mean by epic migration. So what do you think it's meant by epic migration? So it basically means that a long distance seasonal movement of animals, like animals moving from one place to another. This is migration. There are two types of migrations, but in this, the migration what they're asking you is it's related to the animals. So you have to do it about the animals. It means that migration long distance seasonal movements of animals of an extremely long distance. So let me see where I can write the answers for you guys. So you can.
10:15.
I don't need you anymore. You may stop. So let's. I'm just going down to see if I can write. So basically, in this one, they're asking you what is meant by epic migration. I will just look at the test box, and I will write on the top for you guys to see what it means. It basically means migration, that means a long distance seasonal movement of animals. So the next question what they're asking you is when is the best time of the year to see these whales? So what do you think the best time would be for you all to see the whales? So if you guys have read the comprehension, you'll be able to tell me that what was the best time. Good. So this is the answer. Epic migration means a long journey from one place to another. That's the right answer. Good. So the next one is what is the best time of the year to see the whales? So if you have read the comprehension, let's go back to the comprehension and see what does they tell us about the best time you can see the whales. So if you look at that, it says Africans are their homes from June to December. So the best time to see the whales is from June to December. So that's the best time you all can see the whales. If you want to see the whales, what you want to see the whales, you should definitely go between June to December. So that's the time you can see the whales. So that's the answer for number 2. Now we are on number 3. So let's go and see what they're asking for number 3. Number 3, they are saying write 3 things can the whales be seen doing in Walker Bay. So there are 3 things. If you have read the comprehension, they would have told you there are 3 things the whales can be seen doing in the Walker Bay. So what do you think are the 3 things the whales can see? I can do one thing. I'm thinking I should just put the Dropbox link for you guys if I can. So you can read the comprehension on one side of it. Let me just copy the link. And then I can go on YouTube and just put it for you all. I have put the link for you all. Oh, I put in the long one. Let me put in the live one. Uh, 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 uh. I put the link for you guys. If you can see the link now. Yeah, the link has come. If you click on that, the one who have recently joined us, just try clicking on the link. When you do that, you will be able to see the comprehension, because some of you have not read the comprehension. Just click on the comprehension. It's in the chat now. I've done it for you all so you can see the comprehension. So the next question what they're asking you is, what 3 things can the whales be seen doing in the Walker Bay? So there are 3 things we can see the whales can do there. So what are the 3 things you think the whales can do? So there are 3 things the whales can do there. And the answer, I put the comprehension in the description, in the chat for you all if you can see. So now they're asking you what are the 3 things. So let me give you the answer for this one. The 3 things what the whales will be doing, if you have read now, I put the comprehension. It is, they are obviously they'll be playing, bathing, and so let's write down. Let's take a text box for you all. So the 3 things what they would be doing is would be walking, or not walking, sorry, what I'm saying, bathing. They would be doing bathing, playing with each other. That's something they really love. And the last thing is carving. So these are the 3 things the whales would be doing. Yeah, you can also say dancing, not studying. The whales don't study, do they? Playing, dancing, and bathing. That's the right answer for the next one. So the next question what they're asking you is, some passengers on the boat were a little green around the gills in line 10. So if you want this person to read it for you, let's let him do it. Do some work now.
Some passengers on the boat were a little green around the gills. Line 10. This means that they were a slightly envious of those on the shore, be feeling like a fish out of water, see feeling rather ill, unused to being at sea.
So what do you think it could be? Some passengers of the boats were little green around the grills. Basically means that when maybe some when they're going in the boat, they must be what? They must be feeling really ill. They must have the boat sickness, or they might have something or the other. So if they have this, then what do you think the answer could be? Yes, the answer is C. You all are so clever. So answer for this one is C. Let's underline your C now. So number 5 now. What when the writer first sees the shape of the two whales in the water, he feels very excited, frightened, threatened, or amazed. So obviously, when you see he sees the shape of two whales in the water. When you see whales, you know how whales are. Whales are really, really big. They're not like really small. They are really big. If you see something like that in the water, how would you feel? Obviously you will feel very threatened, like they will going to eat us up or they'll do something which is unusual for you guys to see. So your answer for this one would be C. So answer for this one is C. And now they're asking you for number 6, what is unique about the southern right whale? So if you just try reading the comprehension again. So they are asking you what is the unique about the southern right whale. So what do you think is unique about the whale here? So let me just take my, it has a V shaped plum of spray. So that's your answer. This is something unique about them. It is smart. Yeah, you can say it's smart, it's care. So now they're telling you to look at last paragraph, and they're telling you in the last paragraph the writer is armed by the size of the whales because they are large as elephants. You know how elephants are. The whales cannot be as large as elephants. Can they? And the second is they make those on the boat feel very small. They are very near to the boat. They are long way from the safety of the shore. So if you are in the boat and you look at the whales, you would feel that you are so small and they are such a big creature. So obviously the answer for this one would be B. So let's, so now we have done the comprehension part. Now we are going to do something which all of you don't like so much, is the comprehension stuff. Oh, did I miss something? Let's see. Number 7. Line 2 was till 7. Then you have the composition. That's, then you have this. Now the next thing what you have is keeping wild animals. Let's do a little bit of this now. Things you don't want to write, but we should do that. We still have time. We can do that till some time. So let's do something is the, let's see, it's how many parts does this comprehension has? It has this one, which you guys said you don't want to write. Or we can do this, let's go with this part now. So this is a comprehension about the king giant. So you don't want to do that, we leave the creative writing for the time being. So the next comprehension is this one, so I'll make this person read it for you guys if you have not read it.
C. Comprehension. King Gannet aimed to spend no more than 25 minutes on this section. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. When Quail was only halfway up the rock face, King Gannet 1 gave a shriek and rose to his full height, wings wide and flapping, orchestrating chaos. 5,000 birds took off. Quill held perfectly still, though the damage seemed done. The lookout bird teetered, hopped and took off, shrieking, "Intruder!" Close by Quill's head a clutch of puffins burst from a crevice in the cliff face, like little fireballs being lobbed at him. But Quill did not recoil. He did not flex a muscle, just clung steadfastly to the cliff. Chiefly because he could not think what else to do, he turned his face downwards to shield it from puffin beaks, and so saw what had roused King Gannet. A garfowl too. It must have mistakenly swum ashore below the wrong colony, and strayed into Gannet territory while looking for its own kind. Being flightless, it could not extricate itself quickly, only clear a path with its massive beak and bulk. Delightedly, Quill watched the comical tottering majesty of the sea witch, 1 minute standing waist deep in gannets, the next standing, solitary and bewildered. As every last gannet took off, it alone had triggered the panic. And as soon as it had plodded its way onwards on its big webbed feet, the gannet would finish circling and settle back down. Self-importance. Then he settled
Oh, wait
onwards on
till, and the last paragraph is
Quill
reader.
took the opportunity, while the sentinel bird was away from his perch, to clamber as far as the ledge that ran along behind the finger of rock. He inched along the ledge, even began to climb the pinnacle, but hearing the flapping of huge wings above him, froze to the stillness of a stone statue. Patiently, he waited, though his fingers lost their feeling and the summer flies droned around his hands and hair. The gannet circled, then sank down, 100 at a time. King Gannet stood at full stretch, flapping his wings, all fussy self-importance. Then he settled back onto his throne, shoulders hunched, and peered down at the host returning to their roosts.
So now they're asking you, why do you think the king flapping his wings in line 2? So what do you think the answer could be? Let's let him read this one for you
Why do
guys.
you think King Gannet is flapping his wings in line 2? A. He is warning the Gannets about Quill. B. He wants to bring chaos to the colony. C. He is stretching in order to show off. D. He is warning the Gannets about another bird.
So what do you think the answer could be? The hint, if you guess too quickly, the clue is in the second paragraph. So if you look at the second paragraph, you all will find the hint for this one. So what do you think the answer could be? The answer for this one is normally would be, let's take some color which you guys like, would be D. Because he was warning the Genins about another bird. So now it's about the meanings. Let's see how good you all are in your meanings. So let this guy read it for you.
Explain the meaning of the simile which describes the puffins bursting from the crevice, like little fireballs being lobbed at him.
So what do you think that it's the answer for this one is? Basically, when you say describing the puffins bursting from a, so basically, if you guys don't know what these lines mean, the lines will be again read to you
Explain the
guys.
meaning of the simile which describes the puffins bursting from the crevice, like little fireballs being lobbed at him.
So basically, you know that what means by little fireballs. Fireballs are like the sudden burst of puffins poses a threat to Squill, who is clinging to the side of the cliff face and could easily be. So, what do you think the answer could be? Or if you want, I can write the answer to you for you guys. If you look at the line, if you don't know actually what this word means, so you could go to the paragraphs and see how it's been used in the comprehension. So, let's go to the comprehension and see how it's been used. So let's go back to the comprehension and it'll definitely will be somewhere. Look here. So I'll make him read for you guys and we'll see the way it's been used in the comprehension and then we'll write the meaning.
The lookout bird teetered, hopped, and took off, shrieking, "Intruder!" Close by Quill's head, a clutch of puffins burst from a crevice in the cliff face, like little fireballs being lobbed at him. But Quill did not recoil. He did not flex a muscle, just clung steadfastly to the cliff, chiefly because he could not think what else to do.
Obviously, when you have something like a fireball, you know what fireballs are. It's like something, somebody throwing fire on you. So, how would you say that? So, basically, what would you guys do then? It's like you would definitely, the answer for this one is let's go here and let me write out the answer for you all here. Let me take the text box. Don't worry, we'll go back. But there are only two more questions here, then we can go back. I need a small one. The sudden burst it poses a threat it's getting to I need to write small. So I'm thinking where should I write small? So I'll just write what this smelly highlights basically. Highlights. Or you could say that they were really scared of the fireballs being thrown on them and they didn't know what to do. They were too scared to do that. I think all of you want to do the comprehension. You don't want to do the comprehension, but you want to do the previous one. Let's just do till 4. I won't do the rest ones because rest ones are little you all can try yourself, then we'll go back on the previous one. What do you guys do? So let's do two more questions, then we'll go on. In this way, we will just do half of this and half the other one. So the next one is just asking you explain the meaning. We have done that. So let us say this one to you.
But Quail did not. He flexed him, just clung steadfastly to the cliff. Using your own word, explain the meaning of each of the three words in bold, as they are used in paragraph 1.
So we have to look in paragraph 1. I've said that the quill did not recall. Recall means basically that suddenly retreat to fly away from danger. Recall means you just fly off from danger because you don't want to face what to you. So the first one is basically retreat, to flinch away from danger, just to fly away from danger. This one basically means that you're flying away from danger. So I'll write down and I'll look at the text box here and it says flying off flying away from danger because he wanted to see the danger. Flying away from danger. And the next is, what does flex means? Flex means to move, to stretch or contract a muscle, to move a muscle or flex. You must have heard that he did not flex a muscle, he did not even move a muscle. Basically, this one basically means to move, so it's a M. So you would say that flex means to move. And the next one, what they're asking you, and the next one is straight. So let's do the third one. What do you think the third one means?
Steadfast.
So if I ask the meaning to her, please tell me the meaning of this word, because some of them, oh, I need the meaning for this one, sorry. So some of these kids don't know the meaning of the words. So it's telling me the meaning of the word. It's straight, and how the word is spelled, please.
Steadfast.
Okay, it's steadfastly. It's basically a adverb, and it's a dreadful firm. Or what does it mean? Can you please tell us that now?
In a resolutely or dutifully firm and unwavering manner.
Okay, so what do you think this one? It's called steadfastly. So what does that word means, and why it's been used in the paragraph for you guys now? So basically that convention to continue, as they said. Oh, I need the meaning. So if you want the meaning of this word is here. We did the meaning of this word, and if you want to write it down,
In
just
a
do it.
resolutely or dutifully firm and unwavering manner.
Unwilling dispute, challenge circumstances. So they were not ready to face the circumstances. So they just fly off, didn't move a muscle like that. So it's that one. So now the last one, because you all wanted to comprehend the other thing, so I'll just do the last.
Being flightless, it could not extricate itself quickly. Line 9. This means because the gairfowl was unable to fly, it could not A. flap its wings, B. move, C. feed, D. escape.
So what do you think the answer this one could be? Flap its wings, move, fit, or escape. You know that in the previous one they were too scared, and what did they do when they were scared? When they were scared, they just moved off. So another way of move off could, they don't wanted to face the circumstances. What do you think it could be? It could be any one of them. Fling it wings, they move, or they fit, or they escape. So which one do you think they normally escaped? So it's the D one. Is the D one. Do you want to continue with the comprehension and finish it? Because in the next one they're asking you about the meanings. So the meanings also be done here.
Tottering under.
So if I ask the meaning of tottering, what does that mean? You can see that it says this is
Of a
adjective.
person's steps, feeble or unsteady. Of a structure, shaking or swaying as if about to collapse. Of a system, organization, process, etc. Insecure or on the point of failure.
So basically, this word basically means like walking. I'll just do fast, and I can do that also with you guys. It's walking unsanely. And the next one, the next meaning, can you please tell us the meaning of this one now? It basically means
Done or existing alone.
someone which is
Recluse or
alone.
hermit. Of a place secluded or isolated.
So the meaning for this one is alone. So let's put a box here and write alone. And the last meaning I want you to, oh, I do. I need to take the box away first. So I can tell you it's
Cause to become perplexed and confused.
so basically someone who's really, really, really confused. So the answer for this one is confused. So let's do that and write confused here. I'm doing this because you get lot of vocabulary in your 11 plus, and I think vocabulary is better than doing the other things. It's basically confused. So I've wrote confused. So now they're asking you.
The phrase sentinel bird in line 14 tells you that the bird is A, the wisest, B, an observer, C, missing, D, the largest.
If you look at this line and you see that, what do you think? What do you think the bird is? Is the largest one? No, it doesn't look like. Is the wisest one? I don't think so. Was wising the missing one? I don't think it could be the missing one. So you're left with one, that is the observer. So the bird is a observer. Think she observes really good things. So the answer for this one is observer. So let's move on to the one now. So now you have to select two verbs in paragraph 4 which suggests that moving across the rock face is difficult for Quill. So what are the two words? If you look at 4, you all could find the two words which were, one is a climber and other is inched. They could be different, but I found these two, so I don't know which one did you guys find. So this is the answer for this one. We will do this is vocabulary stuff, so that's why I'm doing that. It just has 10 questions, not more than that. So the next one now.
Quill began to climb the pinnacle. This means that he climbed the A face of the cliff, B, the precipice, the summit, D, the sharp side.
I think so. For the answer for this one is definitely C. Now we are on number 9.
The summer flies droned around his hands and hair. Line 17. Explain the meaning of a word in bold, precisely using your own words.
So what does this drawn word means? First of all,
Droned.
let's ask the dictionary.
Make a continuous low humming sound. A low continuous sound. Speak tediously in a dull monotonous tone.
So you have to look at line 9 and see what does that word means. It basically means that the flies made a continuous low lumbing sound. You know the sound what the birds make in your ears. It's so bad sometimes. You don't feel like they are. That's really bad. So it's basically they are talking about the sound the birds used to make. The flies used to make, not the birds. Sorry. It means that the flies made a continuous, I spelled continuous wrong. Humming sound. So I'll just put that little up. This is the answer for this. I'll make a line like that so you guys know this is the answer for this one. And now we are on the last one and they're asking you need to find and write. Let's put a box here and let them say loudly.
Find and write out two amusing details about King and its appearance or behavior in line 1820 and explain what they are using.
So basically this 9 marks. So you have to write two amazing details about the king. So what amazing details you can find about the king now? So let's see what you guys can write, and it's 6 marks. Oh, there's another there. Let's take a. They're given us so many lines for this one. So you could say that the king. Let me just write down. The king was very. Was he a bad king? Was he a good king? The idea that the king fussy. It's amazing. Amusing, sorry. Amusing because it personifies remember it's 6 marks, so you have to write around six 6 lines basically, or 6 points if you can say. Your answer could be different than mine. It doesn't mean that you have to write the same answer as I'm writing. Settling back on his throne. On his throne. It's also funny. Emphasizes Orally proud. I've written something, but you all can write your own. I'll just put this here, this side for you all to see. But you could also write yourself what you want to write about this. That little whisper was so funny. Okay. I have not put capital letters and things like that, so you have to be careful when you use your capital letters. Okay, guys, this is for this, and we have finished the comprehension today. I think so. We should do another lesson for creative writing with you guys because creative writing takes a full lesson. So I might do this creative writing from this comprehension next time with you all, maybe next week or something. So we can just do the comprehension, sorry, the creative writing next week, and we can just try taking this topic or some other topic with creative writing, which is more interesting. Because we did the comprehension and we'll do the creative writing next week. And remember, guys, if you have not liked the video or described the channel, subscribe to the channel, describe the channel, what I'm saying, please try doing that because we will be going to do a lot of lives every week with you guys in every Monday now. So there'll be a lot of live sessions with you all, and that's all for today. And I need to end now. I'll see you guys back next week, and we'll be doing creative writing next week. So I'll see you guys back. If you have not liked the video, please go ahead and do it now. That's all for today. Thank you.